There is not one AI app or AI project that will on its own bring us to the next frontier, next level. We need the ecosystem to work. We need infra, we need infrastructure. What does that mean? There are obviously a million different projects out there building some version of AI infra, Web3 AI infra. What will it take to get us to that next phase of true mainstream adoption? So I am thrilled by the dream team we have to explore that today. Please welcome David Fields, Lele, Eric Weiner, Nicholas Kokkola, and Sam Ewan, my colleague at CoinDesk. Thank you.
Look at all these humans. This is very exciting. Raise your hand if you're an agent. All right, we got a couple. Welcome. We'll try to speak in binary for you. What a wonderful panel. I'm very excited to be able to moderate this with these four brilliant people. I'm going to learn a lot. I'm Sam Ewan from CoinDesk. I head up the innovation practice, so I'm going to take a lot of notes on what we're talking about today. But I would love, Lele, let's start with you. Just give us the 20-second who you are, and then we'll go down the panel.
Sure. Really great to see everyone. I love Toronto. So I'm Lele. I'm VP and head of business development at Kite AI. Kite AI is an AI layer 1 focused on building an open marketplace for agents, models, and data. And myself, I come from more of a TradFi background. I worked on Wall Street for over 10 years and came to the blockchain space about 5 years ago.
Eric?
Hey, I'm Eric Weiner. I'm the CTO of Near AI. Near AI is kind of an offshoot of the Near protocol in L1. But we're focused on building a framework for AI agent hosting, for agents to talk to other agents, transact, pay, and the app layer on top of that.
Hi, I'm David Fields. I'm co-founder and CEO at Ready AI. We're focused on structuring all the world's data and making it universally accessible to AI. And we're built on BitTensor, one of the leading crypto AI protocols.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Kokkola. I am one of the two founders of Pi Network and heading the technology. Pi Network is a social network with tens of millions of people with its own embedded cryptocurrency, Pi. People have been mining it for the last more than 6 years now. They have been using it. They have been creating apps. And one unique feature about Pi is that every account on the blockchain, before it's activated, it needs to pass identity verification.
All right, so what I want to start with, and again, you can give me a really short answer, is in the worlds that each of you are playing within the infra side and in AI, I wanted you to give me kind of the analogous place we are in the technology spectrum, right? So if we think of YouTube and streaming video, are we still the VHS era when it comes to what we're doing? So Nick, let's start with you.
Oh, wow. So that's a good question. So I think that every time in history, there's technologies that are being invented, and then there's a little bit of lag and a little bit of time between when they are invented and they are actually being massively used. So that's where we are with Gen AI. So especially with the generative AI and AI in general, there has been a leap forward, a breakthrough in what the models can achieve. And now is the time to build great apps and great products with them. In the same way that, when electricity was created, not every house had it, not every industrialization wasn't there, or when the combustion engine was there, not everyone had a car. What was the exact product was not really known. So that's where we are right now. It's an exciting time to live.
All right, we're at the combustion engine. That's what I'm taking away from this. David, where are we right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot about this. I sort of feel like we're, in the kind of mid-90s of the internet. But one big difference is there's massive distribution, right, that's been laid over the last 25 years since then. And so I think because of that, you've seen, some unbelievable growth in, from 0 to 100 million in revenue by the, OpenAI, but then Cursor doing it like in record time. And that's because distribution is now dramatically different than what it was then. And I think it's going to accelerate the pace at which we see AI uptake.
Eric, where are we?
I think that's a really good point. I love that we're all coming up with different analogies here. The one I like is, you remember when like the iPhone came out and then they put the App Store on there, and then you're like, oh my God, you can do this thing where you like drink a beer and it kind of falls out of the iPhone, or like you can download a song straight to your phone. It can't get better than this. This is, wow, look, you can do all these amazing things, and it turns out that another 15 years of amazing things you can build. We're at that stage where it feels like you're doing so much, but it's really just scratching the surface. And to your guys' points, like it's going to accelerate even faster this time, faster than we can maybe handle.
Lei?
Yeah, I agree with what a lot of has already been said. I think that we're in the age of agents. So, before it was about desktop or web, then came the era of mobile, and now is the time for agents. And a lot of things have happened to make that a lot easier. Better agent frameworks like MCP, A2A, lower inference costs, stronger foundation models. And so we'll see a lot more of that to come. But I think it is really important to have more of a trust framework for humans to interact with agents, and also agents to autonomously interact with agents as well.
And Lei, I want to pull on that thread a little bit. I feel like we're still like at the the rotary phone when it comes to agentic AI. I'm frightened about what's going to happen in the same way that I'm turned on by it, right? Like I want agentic AI, but I'm very scared of what it's going to do when it stops asking for permission. So as you guys are building your systems, how are you kind of putting into place the guardrails that allow agentic AI to thrive without letting it do the things we don't want it to do in the movies we've seen about the future?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question. That's also where blockchain is very helpful, because the blockchain allows for a lot of the attribution, provenance on-chain. You can track how an agent was created from the data that went into the agents, the model builders, and you can also have a lot of smart contracts have programmable logic, which serves as a service agreement, which helps you check the performance of agents, potentially resolve disputes as well. And of course, the blockchain provides a payment rails, because for agents, it's very difficult to access credit cards or someone's bank accounts, but stablecoin and blockchain rails is a natural fit for that.
Nicholas, the Pi network has millions of people. We found this out the hard way when we were announcing your panel. They went crazy. I don't know how many of them are synthetic. I don't know how many of them are real. But in dealing with the vast numbers that you're dealing with, are you worried that at some point it kind of goes out of control, where this this group mass starts to do the things it wants to do, whether you want it or not?
Yeah, that's a problem and challenge not only for Pi, but for the world going forward, because now with generative AI, it's becoming less and less easy to distinguish a real human from AI. AI used to be pretty dumb. You could tell immediately, but now it's not that easy. So Pi opted for following a unique approach, which was to KYC every single individual using identity verification, turning your head left and right, and all that interesting stuff. And we think that this approach is going to be very useful, especially in the future, when you want to distinguish between 1,000 fake bots and 1,000 real people, especially in a world where you want to be able to meritocratically and fairly distribute value or other applications like this. You need to be able to identify who is human and who is not.
David, we're talking back. So, I mean, Nicholas, when you're talking to the Pi Army, and they're vocal, are they vocal about decentralization, or are they vocal about Pi?
So I think that in general, when we're thinking of decentralization and AI, And there's another aspect to it. There is, of course, the technical challenges and how we can embed this into technology, how we can do all the training, how we can distribute the rewards. But there is also the concept of value capture. So in a future where more and more work is done by agents and by AI, it is important to make sure that the value is not only captured by a few individuals or a few companies, and it can be captured by a large number of people. And that's where blockchain and our projects can come to play. And the founders of those projects and the people who are working on it need to come to think about how blockchain can help with the value capture.
So, Lei, when we think of building an agent, we're running out of time. My last question relates exactly what you said, and I want to get each of your opinion on it. To me, stablecoins, agents, this is the future of commerce on the internet. Like, there's no doubt in my mind about that. So how do you guys look at this idea of balancing out how we can build systems that allow for smooth and easy payments at the micro level, and know that the traditional financial system also says, no, but what about all of our fees? Right? We want those back. But we are reinventing a new way of commerce, a new way of engaging with each other. So just give us final thoughts. I'll start with you, Nicholas, on what it means to bring agents, stablecoins, decentralized AI networks together and build the apps of the future. You have 30 seconds.
OK. So I think that I will take this as follows. I will say that people need to build great apps, great products. Once you have the great product, it will trump everything else. And in order for you to do this, you need to have a lot of trials, and today is a great time with generative AI, where there's a lot more people who can create and try products. So networks that have a lot of people will naturally be able to have a competitive advantage in being able to empowering them and creating a lot of different products and a lot of different value. So by having value, eventually you're going to convince everyone else to accept it.
All right, David?
Yeah, so I mean, kind of going back to the